Zohran Mamdani holds a clear the air meeting with leading rabbis, but it didn't go as well as he expected.
And the mayor-elect also told CBS News New York that he won't change his positions despite threats of opposition from the Jewish community. Political reporter Marcia Kramer sat down with the mayor-elect today, and she joins us to share those details. Marcia?
Well, Zohran Mamdani has steadfastly refused to recognize Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state, and no amount of cajoling by the head of the New York Board of Rabbis, Rabbi Amiel Hirsch, has changed his mind. He made that perfectly clear during a taping of The Point.
My inability to say what Rabbi Hirsch would like me to say comes from a belief that every state should be of equal rights, whether we're speaking about Israel or Saudi Arabia or anywhere in the world.
Zohran Mamdani, who won election with the support of many who believe that Israel committed genocide in Gaza, publicly refusing once again to change his position on the right of Israel to exist as a Jewish state. It's a position that has roiled the Jewish community. After his meeting yesterday with Mamdani, Rabbi Amiel Hirsch, head of the New York Board of Rabbis, took to social media to charge, quote, that anti-Zionist rhetoric and anti-Israel policies will threaten Jewish safety in New York City and will inevitably lead to an unproductive and tense relationship with the Jewish community. What Mr. Mamdani says and which policies he pursues is up to him. He will be the mayor. But I emphasize that the Jewish community will energetically oppose any and all anti-Israel rhetoric and action. I guess the question is whether you buy his argument that your failure to say Israel should exist as a Jewish state will somehow add to more anti-Semitism and more attacks on Jews.
Well, I've found that the conversations I've had with Jewish leaders across the 5 boroughs have been ones that we are looking to build a relationship to deliver for this city.
The wide-ranging interview dealt with everything from education. He hasn't picked a new chancellor yet, but wants someone who will focus on public education, not more charter schools, and whether his wife will have a seat at the government table, similar to Bill de Blasio's wife, Shalane McRae, who headed a controversial mental health initiative called Thrive.
My wife is going to continue to be an artist. She's going to have a role not only in my life, but in speaking about the arts, but any specifics of that is still something to be determined.
Well, Mamdani also disclosed that his wife wants a cat when they move to Gracie Mansion. There is one slight problem. He's allergic and has agreed to get shots before a new first cat moves in. Now, for the record, I checked this. New York is the birthplace of the American wire hair and New York chocolate. It's also famous for the large Maine Coon, but Maine Coons, you'll remember, have long hair. Is maybe not such a good idea for a guy who has a cat allergy.
He's a good husband, though. Get the shot so his wife can have a cat. I admire that.
Yeah, it is. It's you know, it's admirable.
You do what you have to do, right?
But also, Gracie Mansion's a big place.
Yeah, that's true.
Cats are small.
That's a good point, Marcia.
It could stay in the bathroom.
I'm sure there's a lot of shelters that would love to get a call from the first family. Marcia, thank you. And by the way, you'll have more on The Point this Sunday morning at 11:30 right here, and also streaming on CBS News New York.